massive special rapporteur has presented the findings of a report that says there are reasonable grounds Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. Francesca Albanese says Israel has violated 3 of the 5 acts listed under the UN Genocide Convention, including killing members of a specific group, causing serious bodily or mental harm, and deliberately inflicting conditions of life calculated to bring about its physical destruction in whole and in part. She also found that genocidal acts were approved and given effect after statements of genocidal intent by senior Israeli military and government officials. These acts, Albanese argues, are part of a settler colonial process of erasure, which has been underway for more than 70 years. She recommends, among other things, an immediate arms embargo on Israel and for member states to support South Africa in its attempt to prosecute Israel at the International Court of Justice. Let's listen to part of what Albanese presented to the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva.
Israeli soldiers have published footage boasting about their killing of families, mothers, children, the bombing of homes, mosques and schools. Self-incriminating videos show them sadistically mocking and humiliating their Palestinian victims, not only by violating their physical integrity and right to life, but also their dignity, their most intimate possessions and spaces that the soldiers have entered and looted, and by desecrating cemeteries and places of worship. When the ground offensive started, the number of daily casualties seemed to reduce, but in fact, the level of atrocities increased. Mass disappearance and arbitrary detentions, widespread and systematic torture and inhumane treatment add to the experience of endless death and loss. Desperate people had to search through rubble with their bare hands. Many have been unable to bury and grieve loved ones. These acts of genocide have been motivated by vehement anti-Palestinian discourse, which characterizes the entire Palestinian people in Gaza as enemies to be eradicated or forcibly removed.
This is the report. It's 25 pages long. It's a quite extensive document, but the title of it is Anatomy of a Genocide. 4 words that clearly set the stage for what this report is about. She is an independent expert that was appointed by the Human Rights Council, and we've heard from her in previous weeks and months talking about her research and how she strongly believes this is a genocide being perpetrated by Israel. But this was really the first time that we got to see her final report, and also for her to give her oral summary of that report that I'm holding here in my hands. What's really impressive about this, if you will, is how exhaustive it is, how line by line she goes through each of her points, backed up with dozens, if not really hundreds, of citations of evidence, whether it be death toll numbers, who's being killed, the women, the children, statements by Israeli authorities or government officials that back up her claims here in this report, and really lays it out line by line about how she concludes that Israel is in violation of 3 of the 5 genocide conventions there. So it's a very strong report.
Israel has the Council